There's a new AutoTune plugin in town from Universal Audio called AutoTune Realtime X. This is an updated plugin from the old. New algorithm, got presets in it. I'm gonna show you what it sounds like, tips and tricks to get the most out of this new AutoTune plugin. And now that we got the trash artists out the way, could you like the video and stick with me to the end? And this is what it looks like. I got it open in Pro Tools. Before you even say, you know you can use that in the console, duh. Well, I mean, duh, I could use it in the console. Like, there's no joke, right? I only use my console when I'm not making YouTube videos, right? That's my console. Like, I know I can use it in the console. Trust me, you see? Everything's on record. I'm printing that, everything, the Neve. People are gonna be like, why don't you got the Neve in unison? I don't want it in unison. Like, just let me do what I want to do. All right. The first thing we're gonna talk about is tracking. If you have a noisy background, you want to do a higher tracking number, because all tracking does is determines how sensitive the algorithm is gonna be for the AutoTune. Second thing we're gonna look at is input type. We got soprano, alto, tenor, and we got low male, and we got instrument. So if you're using an instrument, you put it on instrument. But if you have a soprano type of voice, you choose that, because it's gonna more accurately put the AutoTune in the correct position, right? It's gonna have like a filter. It's gonna kind of filter it out what your vocal range is gonna be. I always keep mine at alto tenor, because that's just what it is, right? People will be like, you should use low male. I don't want to. I don't like to. I get the best sound that I'm going for with the alto tenor. And now we're going to talk about two of the most important features of the AutoTune plugin for it to work. We have key and scale. Without the key and scale, we have no foundation for the tune. The key and the scale is simple. You match it with the key and the scale of the beat. If you can't set the correct minor, you use the relative major, whatever the scale the beat is in. And it's very simple, because AutoTune Realtime has auto key. So if you don't know the key, don't know the scale, don't know the BPM, they will find it for you. The last AutoTune plugin that Universal Audio had didn't pair with the auto key. So all we do is this right here. So we can play the beat. All right, let's skip ahead. Just listening. So it says it's D minor. Watch this. So what we do, we hit send. You see that C? You see that's chromatic, right? So we're gonna stop the beat. We see that C and we see that's chromatic. So hit send to AutoTune. Boom. It's sent it to the AutoTune, set the key in the scale. So now we're good to go. Then we go a little bit more to the right and we see modern and we see classic. Modern gives us the most recent up-to-date AutoTune algorithm. Classic is gonna give us that retro AutoTune, that AutoTune 5 sound, that feel to it, right? What really made AutoTune pop, you know? So that's gonna give us that sound, that vibe right there. So you can switch between the two. And as you notice, as I click classic, we get rid of flex tune, all right? Because flex tune wasn't a thing. We're gonna use modern for right now. And for people that's tracking vocals, you're not gonna have to detune your vocals unless you're changing the pitch of your vocals or throughout the whole song. You wouldn't have to change it, so I wouldn't recommend you mess with that. And then we got mix. Mix is gonna control the balance of the AutoTune that's in the signal. So if you want to reduce the AutoTune and make it sound a little bit more natural, you can dial it back. If you want all of the plugin, you get all of the plugin. You want to dial it back, you dial it back. All right. Now we're gonna get to the real fun part of the plugin. Retune speed. Everyone is always wondering, what are the perfect retune speed settings? I'm here to let you know it's going to be different for you and the next person and the next person and the next person, right? That depends on how you want the tune to hit. If you turn it all the way to 0, you're going to get the robot, T-Pain, classic effect, the Young Thug. You're going to get the most out of your AutoTune. But when you dial it back, reduce it back, it's going to sound a little bit more natural. It's not going to hit as hard, right? Because we can see the difference of me talking into it right now. Right now. You see what I'm saying? So it reduces it, right? So then we got flex tune. So if we got it all the way at 0, and then we work in some of the flex tune is going to work back in some of that raw vocal. It's gonna give us a good balance overall. Then we get over here to natural vibrato. All right, this is gonna put the vibrato into the vocal. So you want that Post Malone effect when he holds the notes and it just jumps around like it's playing a little instrument. It sounds heavenly. That's what you give it the vibrato. You can reduce it or you can just drive more in. But the thing with vibrato, you have to click on advanced, then you have to click on vibrato, and then you have to choose the shape. So we got 3 different ones that we can choose between. We can change the rate, we can change delay, the onset rate, the variation, the pitch, the amplitude, and the format of the vibrato. I'm gonna keep it off for now. And last but not least, we're gonna talk about humanize. Humanize does what it says, right? It just humanizes the auto-tune, makes it sound natural. And then the power is in your control, right? Whatever your retune speed is, it could be an 8, and you could be like, yo, it still sounds a little bit more robotic than what I want. We can sit here and adjust the humanize to the point where it sounds more natural. But listen, before I record with it, I'm gonna show you some sauce. Here we go. We got the key in the scale. I know I said we said that earlier. Like, we see the key in the scale is D minor, right? We see the piano is grayed out. We have no control of that. We can't bypass. We can't remove notes. We can't do anything, right? So what I'm gonna show you what you can do. Like, watch this. We're gonna do chromatic. So it's D, and we're gonna put in a chromatic, and it was minor, right? So once we hit minor, boom, it grayed out certain notes. So what we can do now, if we want to bypass certain things, like we can sit here and take certain notes out. If we want to put certain notes in, we can put certain notes in. We get more control over the tune this way, because when we see the notes, hear the notes, see how everything is going. Winning. Watch this. So like winning. See, it takes it out, right? Winning. Na 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 na. So we see the notes. It's like we want to take this one out. Na 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 na. See, it took that note out. So we get more control. We can bypass or we can remove. So bypass is gonna be orange. This right here is gonna be removed. We're just gonna grade it out. Na, 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 na. You see, they messed up the scale because that's supposed to be in there, all right? It's not supposed to be grayed out, and it sounded funny. But if you're gonna use this method, you gotta be sure, 100% sure of what you're doing. You don't want to take out the wrong notes and be upset later on wondering why your auto-tune sounds funny, why certain notes sound like they're not hitting. That's why, right? But if you need to go in and take out a note, go in there and take out a note and you'll be okay. And so now we got all the technical things out the way. Let me record with the auto-tune and show you what you can do with it. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Listen. Lately, I've been sitting in my room going crazy, thinking about my baby. About you, baby. Alright, so lately, I've been sitting in my room going crazy, thinking about my baby. Thinking about you, baby. To add some vibrato, so let's go ahead and add some vibrato, right? So let's see. Lately, I've been sitting in my room going crazy. Okay. Lately, I've been sitting in my room going crazy, thinking about you, baby. Thinking about you, baby. I'm going crazy. I swear, I'm going crazy. Hey, that's crazy. Man up, play it. Lately, I've been sitting in my room going crazy, thinking about you, baby. Thinking about you, baby. I'm going crazy. But when it it comes to using AutoTune Realtime X, it's not that complicated. Just be sure to have a solid foundation. And your foundation is going to come from your key, your scale, and your retune speed. All right, those three, that's the holy trifecta when it comes to using this AutoTune. The input type, that matters some, but if you don't have the key and the scale and your retune speed on point, you're gonna be lost. All right, and I don't want you being lost.